flamethrowers finally good in Hell Let Loose? This is the question I'll be exploring in this video. When flamethrowers were first added to the game back in Update 13 Burning Snow, I made this review video, where I gave this conclusion.
From a practical standpoint, in Hell Let Loose, the flamethrower just isn't very effective. Like the shotgun, it's an amusing weapon to use and might be somewhat useful in close quarter combat, but in most situations in this game, you're better off grabbing a submachine gun or a rifle. The flamethrowers are cool, but they aren't going to be a game changer. The best way to get the most out of them is to coordinate with your squad and other teammates, allowing you to get close enough to actually use the damn thing.
At the time, the flamethrower was criticised for having short range and an unusually slow time to kill, which made it a pretty unimpressive weapon, only good in ambush or defensive positions. It also suffered from a lack of damage output. When it was first released, you could literally get the jump on enemy players, spray them with fire, and they could, if they were quick enough, spin around and shoot you dead before they would eventually die. Team 17 released a hotfix for Update 13 a week or so after the update released, which increased the damage of flamethrowers and increased the damage of the ground fire left by flamethrowers and Molotov cocktails to increase their lethality, following complaints from players that these weapons weren't killing enemies as quickly as expected. But things have changed again. Recently, flamethrowers have been given a much requested buff as part of Update 17. These improvements include increasing its max range from 23 meters to 35 meters, finally allowing flamethrowers to suppress enemy players and allowing flamethrowers to destroy many more structures or deployable assets. I've now had a chance to play around for a few games using the new and improved flamethrower, and I can say that it is a much more fun and practical weapon to use. The most notable improvement has to be the increased range. In the past, it wasn't even worth attempting to spray enemies most of the time because you knew you wouldn't even reach them, but now I'm letting rip and surprising myself how often I can actually hit my target. The next best improvement is the suppression effects. It baffles me how the flamethrower was introduced without proper working suppression. Hell Let Loose is a game which tries to pitch itself as an authentic, gritty World War II shooter, but for a while, you could get hosed with burning fuel and your character could calmly return fire and kill the flamethrower wielding attacker. In real life, you'd shit your pants and be lucky to remember to squeeze the trigger if a jet of fire was thrown your way. Now obviously, Hell Let Loose is not a simulator, it's a game, and I'm glad to see that a slightly more realistic suppression effect has been added to the flamethrower. Speaking of realism, it has to be said that the physics of the game do not correspond 100% to the realistic way a flamethrower would work in real life, but I imagine that is down to the limitations of the game's engine more than anything else. As I said in my original flamethrower review video,
Free fire like you're scared of everything around the corner. Yes, this will give away your position, but it will also make it much more likely that you're able to get kills with the flamethrower. There isn't really anything the devs can really do about that, because the flamethrower isn't a laser gun, it is a high-powered water gun, which, instead of firing water, is firing pressurized, highly flammable liquid.
And finally, having the ability to quickly burn away a bunch of nodes is handy if you ever find yourself behind enemy lines with the Flamethrower or M22. What do you guys think of the flamethrower now? Is it worth grinding for? Do you guys see yourself using it more now following the buffs? Let me know in the comments below.
Yep, satchel on the tank, satchel on the tank.
Well done, well done.
Nice defense, guys. And girls.
Accurate marking. Anyone going to put an OP down then?
Oh, good.